Barry Canoodla from King Schools. Barry, one, welcome to the hot seat.
Thank you.
Two, a lot of things happening at King's. Tell me what's the latest and greatest.
Well, like you say, it is a hot seat today, Jim, and it's going to get hotter during the day. But we're having a great time, as we always do at Sun and Fun. It's a wonderful show, and we're making some announcements. We have a press release today, which hopefully your folks will come out and spend a little time with us. The big things that we're announcing this year are our scholarship winners, which is always a big thing for us. It's really enjoyable to do it because we pick amazing folks for our scholarships, and we've done about 18 of these now, between working with Women in Aviation and also with NAFI. And we do each year a scholarship with each of those organizations, and we choose folks that we believe are going to benefit from the scholarship and will make a contribution to aviation and have a history of already making contributions. And it's no different this year. We'll be announcing those, and there'll be press releases associated today, and each one will win a $5,000 cash award, plus access for life for the entire King Schools library of courses, including Firks for Life. And these are instructors, or want to be instructors, folks that are working on their instructor certification, that win these scholarships. And we have the Martha King Scholarship for a woman flight instructor. That's with the Women in Aviation. And then we have a flight instructor award also with NAFI to help those flight instructors progress in their careers, achieve additional ratings, certifications, and so on, and basically be able to contribute more to their communities.
Yeah. Well, one of the things that's been a part of Sun and Fun this year is a number of announcements and greater emphasis on educational scholarship and programs of the like. Everybody realizes that the aviation of the future is dependent on the decisions and motivations expressed today. All of you, John, Martha, yourself, have been strong advocates pushing aviation education, not just because it's your business, but in the scholarship programs and outreach and interviews and things of that nature. Are you satisfied with the direction right now, or where do you see that we might be able to tweak a few things?
Well, definitely there's a lot of good things happening, I believe, in education. Taking a look at revamping the 141 rules is a great example of that. As King Schools, we're also doing our part. And last year, we had our very first symposium at sea, which was a whole new concept of getting educators out, actually onto a cruise, which turns out to be a fantastic way to host a symposium. And
Captive audience.
It's a captive audience. That's part of it. Everybody's having a good time. It's easy to bring along spouses or significant others or family, and they have a good time as well. They get some education on the ship, and then an enjoyable time on shore. We're doing that again this year in November 2nd, on a Princess cruise that's going to go down to Mexico and have ports of call at 3 locations, Honduras and 2 locations in Mexico. It's going to be a really good time. We're inviting aviation educators of all types to come, and all the sessions will be oriented towards helping them, giving them more tools, let's say, to help them become more effective in their education. We're bringing in some really top talent from the industry, and this will be our second cruise and our third time of doing what we call Envision Flight. This one is Envision Flight Symposium at Sea for 2025, happening in November. Sign up is available. You just go to kingschools.com. You'll find the sign up information and information about the cruise. So that's one thing we're doing to try and support the education industry.
Okay, let's make this really the hot seat here. Pretend, for the moment, although it would be a good thing if they actually did this, we have a brand new FAA administrator being nominated, may be in the job any day now, maybe any week, maybe any month or year, who knows. What advice do you give an incoming FAA administrator about the state of aviation, education, its instructors, and the overall community built around making aviation not just safe, but more knowledgeable about every aspect of what we're doing?
Boy, you did put me in the hot seat, Jim, and that's fine. I think that one of the things that I would recommend that the new administrator does is talk to DPEs, because we hear a lot from DPEs about the state of the education. We try and respond with our educational products in order to better fulfill what they're seeing as gaps in the candidates that are showing up for practical tests. And some of that has to do with the regulations and how they're how they form a pilot, let's say, over time. And part of that has to do with giving more guidance to new flight instructors and figuring out ways that we can maybe change the flight instructor ACS in order to ensure that those flight instructors have the skills and the knowledge that they need in order to prepare great candidates for their flight tests, and make sure that those flight tests are in alignment with what's needed in their future, whether they're doing GA or whether they're going on to a professional career at the airlines or corporate flying or what have you. We need to take a look at the product that's coming out of the system today and ensure that we're creating the proper regulation and practical test standards or airman certification standards that get us the product that we want. And really there's these two separate lines of education that are happening, whether somebody wants to become a recreational pilot or somebody wants to have a career. And we may need to actually split those two in order to make sure that we're ending up with a great product for each one that's getting the education they need for the type of flying that they're going to be doing.
Well, Barry, I sure appreciate you spending some time with us out on the Compass Roads in the middle of Sun and Fun 51. I'm looking forward to seeing what comes out of King Schools in the coming year. It's always been one of the better parts of the gig is to stay in touch with you all, toss a few ideas back and forth, as well as a couple of really crazy ideas. But, you know, that's half the fun, especially when Martha starts prognosticating. Brilliant. So we'll look.
It's a pleasure, Jim. Thank you.
Well, we look forward to seeing a bit more of you in the future, and we thank you so much for being here.